Hey everybody, thank you for joining me today. Today I just felt like I was not doing very well. I had a really bad headache all day, and so I thought I wasn't feeling super creative. But I thought, well, I'm going to go down to my studio and go into my art journal where there's no pressure and go ahead and paint something. And that's the great thing about keeping an art journal. You can go there, there's no pressure. If it turns out great, I'll probably end up cleaning this, painting up a little bit and using it digitally. But if it doesn't work out, that's okay too. And I've got lots of pretty hideous paintings in my art journal. This art journal that I'm using is the one that is from Talens Art Creation, and I really like the paper in here. It's very smooth, but so it's not like proper watercolor paper, but it's perfect for an art journal because I've used soft pastels, oil pastels, watercolor, color pencils, my Inktense pencils, pretty much acrylic paint, inks, bottled inks. I've used lots and lots of things in this art journal. I will try to remember to leave a link below. They come in some fun colors. As you can see from that ribbon there, if you look at the bottom of my video here, you can kind of see the ribbon sticking out. That is the same color as the cover. So it comes in, I have like a mint color and like a pink. And so it comes in lots of different colors. It's like an 8x5-ish but they come in different shapes as well, and you can get a pretty good deal on them for the quality, sturdiness. I really like them. So if you're looking for something a little more inexpensive than some of the bigger name brands out there that are pretty pricey, and then kind of inhibits you from creating, I think, a little bit when everything's a little too precious, especially for an art journal. I feel like where your stuff, like I said, isn't really quite turning out. Maybe gallery quality, but it's good for practice. It's good for trying out art supplies, swatching things. Sorry, I've got a bit of a lisp here. I bit my tongue earlier, and it's causing me to have a bit of a lisp. So the paints I'm using here are mostly the Maynard set of, I think, like 36 maybe. I think it's a set of 36, and a few colors from, you can kind of see it peeking out there, a few colors from my Kuretake graphite ones I think I pulled out, and those are beautiful. I love them. So just to give some deeper tones to some of these brighter colors. Excuse me. Yeah, so I went ahead and I'm just sort of plopping down color. I have got to cough. Okay. So, moving right along here, again, layering in some like sap green and some different tones of the greens and yellows, kind of having a vase or a vase on the table there, and in sort of a rustic brown. And later I do add a little bit of Inktense pencil just to that vase, just to give it some coloring in. My regular color pencils didn't do well on top of my damp watercolor, so so I used my Inktense pencils, which you can see some of them in the frame here, and I did use a little bit of Posca pen because I can. I love my Posca pens. I really do. If they go out of business, I don't think they will, because everybody loves them. But if they ever did, it's like, no. They're great though. If you've never tried them, the acrylic paint is just amazing for that, like touches of opacity at the end of something. But just sort of going in and painting some non-distinct flowers. I mean, I had a floral book in front of me, but I was just sort of getting the general shape, I guess, if you would. Yeah, I tried painting some faces. I go in these little spurts. I don't know if you guys do that, where you go in these, like I switch from media to media. I paint a whole bunch of things in oil pastel, and then I switch to watercolor, and then I go to faces and ladies and historical stuff, and sometimes birds, and then I go back to flowers. Somehow I always end up back at flowers because they're my favorite. But I don't know. I just go through these spurts. And again, when you're not feeling great, you are just glad to get anything on the paper. So yeah, I hope you guys are going to check out those links below. If you could hit like and subscribe, that would really help out my channel. I've just published a poetry book as well, so you can check that out. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys have a blessed day.